Ayata Tonga Sasankita Naso Gopa Bhumo Apitnila Suninto Indadhano Apinila Bhamuko Esai Tuiha Pita Narasiho Milvan Padin Nyosa Dilena Tunda Sogan Hita Masaya Tipena Mihitumbala Matarin Tasundota Imagatairi Pudim Nigado Nagana Saga Bodugin Pahan Karavanama Suaya Linda Sipapi Umataki Kanimu Samanala Kota Shata Adipati Padavi Kota Yumantara Dina Danidu Kita Tamatati Danam Surapita Divanam Yasita Surarada Saman Devi
Shakti, get all the strength and willpower for the practice. All blessings to all of you. And, we hope you got settled a little bit. See which language should I speak. Tell me anybody who doesn't know English. I tried to mix both languages, okay? For the delight of some okay, Sinhala kattiyata සතුටක් වෙන්න මාවේ entertainment එකට ගන්න එපා. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ සත්‍ය දැනගන්න ආන්දරේ ඉංග්‍රීසිත් නැති වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. මොකද සිංහලෙන් කියලා මුදලා ටිකක් ඉතුරු වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඊයේ වගේ අවස්ථාවේදී කොහොමද කවන්නේ මේක සියලු දෙනාට මේ ධර්මයේ දැක ගන්න ධෛර්යයක් ලැබෙන්න කියලා ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා. I hope all of you get some strength to experience these teachings. It's a very valuable occasion, a moment. How many of you have just come for the evening today? Or are you going to, all of you are in the retreat, or taking part in the retreat? All here? You'll be leaving in the evening? Tomorrow. Did you plan already that? Or, or when you came here, did you decide? Okay. If you have, keep it flexible. Okay. Keep it flexible. Yes. I think the most difficult time, the moment will be now. Okay. when you come because you are out of your comfort zone. So suddenly you realize you have to stay with certain people or certain way and so on. It might not be very, lifting. But I think if you're taken to jail or somewhere, you have no choice. It's better than jail, right? Much more comfort. But this jail will free you. And just give it a 3-day. Okay, if you come for the 5-day, don't think about anything. But you feel like changing your mind a little bit. Unless you just spend today, okay, tomorrow, day by day, and see. Alright? Yours okay? Okay. So all the way from Australia, when did you come here? Thursday. So very pleasant, okay. I was one time I thought that she is now, she might not be able to come. But it's happy to see her. Unexpected, but it's good. We don't know our life is so uncertain, so better to make use of the opportunities there. It has been not easy for me to come to do this until I'm 53 years old. Okay. Many years back, I already knew and I wanted to do this. But it took years, slowly. I had to get the calling, and then only I happened to come now. So now the second time, that is the best time, because this is a special operation. I have already said that your karma will get, I think last time I told in a retreat only you get that special karmic operation. Alright, have all of you have taken part in any of the programs? Like last Saturday and Sunday. So I explained about that Indian yogi experience. I did, right? So in that situation also, he also gives some solution. Alright? You're supposed to be brother monks, like the yogic monks in the past life. So some of my blessing part is very similar to him. And the energy part of it. So, but he's only doing mostly that. And then, so he also told me, he encouraged me to do this. The Buddha's teaching, go on this, and he said this is the highest meditation. We might have to search for you if you do it. He knew I have a little bit neglected that. So, even he gives some solutions. So I told you, this is a full. Now, even coming and doing this puja or feeling faith to the Buddha, it's a part of the practice. It is needed, helpful for your practice. The Saddha element, the faith element on this, on this path. So, but then we are going to add the main one, that is contemplation. And this one I am a little bit mixing in a different way. So first I must tell you, if you have broken rest or not slept properly last few nights or whatever, sleep well. Okay, this you have to really relax. Sleep, eat well. Just 1-2 days if really you need another day. Alright, you have to really be relaxed. I hope you can be like that. And don't think of doing anything or trying anything. Just try to just be here and rest yourself. And one very important thing is you have to observe silence. Okay? Because your bodies are here, your mind is going to an exercise. Some of these things people know already. Alright. So knowing and realization, I have told before, so is two different things. So this is actually a rare opportunity because jungle monks, very few monks also really practice like that, who experience the Dhamma. Okay, my teacher and so on, I would say, using the suttas as their main guide, and they had that experience, so they never deviated from the Buddha's original word, because they had an experience of that. And they didn't become scholars with that, they actually began to become anatta, become oneself, become the realization. If you live with my teacher, you can really feel I mean, some people have now, they're writing some of the experiences. So that's very important. Now we were doing the walking, we went today just for a walk and so on. Yeah, slowly, when I'm also seeing that with the practice, slowly the body and all that is, like you are slowly, now it's happening for me more natural because I feel I'm fulfilled some of the things and you need to slowly see as your body and it's a very wonderful thing. You're separating from, as I said, if you do this very much, you will not die. The body and all these other things, they die. The phenomena of death is, it's related to the body. So these things, when you dissociate yourself through wisdom, you will not be affected by it. Of course, if you're fully experienced these things, I'm sure you will never, you're not going to die. There's no you to die. So, but these things we have to know, that's what we, at least a glimpse we are trying to get. Even if we get that glimpse even, it's a big load of, like you could say a nightmare or you begin to know this is a dream. This is very important. If that, then you don't worry, you don't have nothing to gain, you have nothing to lose. That internal freedom will definitely come, even if a little glimpse is there. I know who have come to this retreat who couldn't, there was sadness inside their heart because loss of close, maybe I remember it's a sister or younger sister or elder sister. So they were very close and she passed away. And then they couldn't make up their mind. They were very much more with like worshipping gods and all that. They were very close to me also. We forced them the teaching. So I knew they were suffering with this inside. But later then she came for this retreat. First retreat she told me, after the first retreat that inner sadness went away. So I can understand because it clears your delusion and that means it burns up so much of your karma so fast. So but she gave her a couple of retreats, but she also passed away. But I think it's not enough because according to my way, I'm thinking this is actually to prepare you to face death and the next, what happens after death. So this is not just running away from death. This is the final exam one has to face. So, but I feel the amount they did or the way they did it was not enough because for my certain way of certain knowledge, to see what has happened to her, because when she was facing the last moments, the pain, this thing I think she got angry. So if that anger comes or something like that, the rebirth, it's not going to be really bad, but it's not going to be a clear one. Okay? So this is anyway some of my this thing, but I can understand that. I could remember in the retreat also, I noticed I'm not that I'm going to make you frightened or anything. I saw her, she couldn't keep quiet. She was talking a lot with my mom. So she wanted to be with she used to come to my mom's kuti in Attanagalla. And I would overhear and then I was wondering who is talking and I had to see this auntie I know so well I can't say anything. Of course I had to tell other definitely for those, there was like a security and us few people who were watching the talking. So really you have to, I hope, this is a chance for you to, you have already come this far, leaving everything. And that's the kind of renunciation. He also trying to be like alone, the way we practice. So this is very important, though you can't help it, you have to be with few people. Kindly try to avoid them. With kind feelings, wishing them well-being. You try to physically also try to be alone, not to be with anybody. You hope you can find little spaces around and you can go out and then if you want to come in and it's too hot or cold, like that you can use the place, see how it goes. Alright, you have to be alone. This is what my teacher told me when I first met him. That he's the one who invited me that I'm Tikutis. It was like a dream for me to be with him. So when we first met like this, now I was also going to do the retreat. It changed my whole life. The same things I'm giving you. But 5 days is not enough, very honestly. So, but I'm putting the content into it, make it half, like little less than half also, but you will get the same exercises. And I'm also mixing up with where you get some time to contemplate the way it should be really done, and other one you have to rush, just read. Okay? Don't worry, because for 5 days I'm making sure that even if you don't get, even a baby can read, right? So that anyone who will come, generally they are going to get something in the retreat. Inside them, inside their brain, which only a Buddha can give, nobody can give. So this is what I experienced with these yogis. When I just read without understanding even, when I went back to them, they told me 80%. Right? You remember what I explained? So based on that only, I'm trying to rush through that. Just for 5 days, it's not like instant noodles, I have to, if you really, next time, but who are with the second time, they can do it slowly. Okay? Make sure that they anyway, who are with the second, how many of you are doing second time? The third time? I think you are doing, right? You are doing. And you, second time, right? Okay, who else? No. Okay. You have to make sure the word of the Buddha is read. Don't go into any strict advice for you. This is important to now activate this eye, the wisdom eye, and to get the internal faculties working. Rather than not to eat this food, it's like when the food is there, but you tend to change the perception while you're eating. This is how I did in the ancient. We had all the food there, but I made sure that while I'm eating, I contemplated and sort of separated, not allow the taste to come, or not allow the focus and allow the feeling and allow the craving to come for that. That's the way I think. And also, I don't know whether you heard about when I did that first retreat. There's a nice lagoon in Buddhist island hermitage in Sri Lanka. It's a beautiful lagoon, Ratkana it's called. And so in the morning when I used to pass by, like a small bridge which connects Matidua to Buddhist, I was in that Matidua, the other island. I used to, I will not look at the scenery also. So this is one, I don't know if you like to, the sense control. So you go internally. So I'm not telling you to really do like that. Even the external scenery, I was thinking sensual, so I would try to avoid it. And so that practice I tried. There was a mark there. So that's the practice. Yeah. So I must tell you, they're also going. Vasareva? Hari. So the first day, so certain things might come up. How many of you, are you all comfortable really? Did you all get a bunker or what is it? I don't know. So it's boot camp, right? Let's see. How many of you are staying 3 together or 2 together? I don't know. 2 together? Or no, most of you are 4 together, okay. Alright. So we have 3 babies. It's a good experience, alright. Some even staying in the, I don't know, some who are coming from outside. Anybody coming from a motel or anywhere like that? Not coming. Anybody else? No. Okay. So in this western part, the Buddha's life is coming. I don't think this kind of retreat has ever been done. So you all are like take it as a blessing and a gift that is coming to you. Okay? So, but some underlying, I would say that I'm very much surprised, like I have an application form, but I say that even some things they can't practice or fulfill in the application form, even if they come physically, that's a qualification now. Alright? Because so many obstacles will come for you to not to do this. Alright? So even with that you came means you have 60% good karma strongly working. It should happen. There are people, they decided, let me die, I'm not going to stop. Some secretly, the family will be worried that with this condition they will go. They secretly, I realize they're there. And sometimes, so that willpower, of course, is a big plus strength. So while you're here also, initially you might get those underlying things, issues that you had already, if you're not sensitive enough, in the body and even in dream or in psychological forms, if you had those things, they will try to come up a little. So you have to be expecting that. It's not something wrong with the place or something wrong with me. Okay? Your own world will try to come out a little bit. So in the night and all that, just relax. And I remember when I went to the jungle first time, my teacher advised me if I have only 4, I was 18 years old, young boy that time. If I have these 4 things develop, only go to the jungle. One was, if I had some theoretical knowledge about the Buddha, Dhamma, the Dhamma actually. Okay? And the refuge to the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. I had that, Saddha, faith to the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. And the other one was impurity meditation of the body and all that. And compassion meditation. So when he told me like this, I have already been doing those things. And when I went, I was alone on a footpath entering into the jungle, Kalbalarani. You know this place. This was my first Aranya visit, monastery visit. Immediately, suddenly, I felt some fear, maybe snakes are there or something. And the compassion meditation really helped me. Just wishing, I remember my teacher, and suddenly when I was given a kuti, really that kuti was like, the kuti, you know what I mean, kuti? It's like a small cottage or room, like a small room. And it's like no ceiling, nothing, snakes and everything could come, but I didn't see any. But anyway, I had a mat there, the senior monk gave me a mat, and I was lying, and suddenly sensual thoughts. So then I remember the impurity meditation. I saw how my teacher knew that, exactly that these things, underlying defilements and these things. So if you can't, it just comes, it's so overwhelming, then it's, sometimes this thing. So you should be able to use these tools. And if you bring all this doesn't go away, just relax, wait, accept it. Okay? Even if that is disturbing you, give a message to somebody who's organizing, I will come anytime. Okay? You feel some phobia or any this thing at any time of the night or day, please don't keep it. If you cannot handle it, please inform the organizers. Where are they all went? Okay. You mentioned he's the only one left. She's also there. She's there. You must tell them anytime you can knock on my door. Okay. Tell them to inform me and I will come or you can come. Alright? So don't worry. You must enjoy your time. Anything you want to ask before I start something? Keeping silence is very important, not talking with anybody. Okay, because I told you this, it is actually, I told you these words, they bring visions. For that to happen, you have to be, this is the ideal environment actually, this silence, this nature, with wild animals, there's no elephants only, but there, everything is there. So, and you have a little protective environment. So beautiful, it's fully supportive, and also it is going towards full moon. So nature, all I was just noticing. So this was same the way I did my first retreat. And it was life changing for me because I had obstacles to do that. But finally, when I managed to go come there, and I was strict about it, I so appreciated every minute. Whatever Bhante told me, my teacher told me to read or whatever it is, I immediately read. I was serious about it. And really changed my life so much. Those things echo and give inspiration even still. If I didn't have that, maybe my life, the life would have been very different. One thing, one retreat, or one disco in the other way, one party, or one retreat in this way can make a big difference in your life. So this is like a high dosage of something, of we call the Kalyana Mitra or Satpurusha, a real friend. And this is not a normal friend. Our parents also were very good friends, but this Buddha is for our whole after death also. Before, after death, and this process. It's a long-term greatest friend who appeared just to make us liberated from this. Okay. Anything you all want to ask before we continue something? Did you all have something to eat, or are you going to eat something later, or today? Already. We'll have to observe 8 precepts on your own. Okay. You think of the Buddha on your own, think of it, and make it a determination. And if someone has health issues, or I think maybe they have already arranged, they need to get something. Maybe it is, otherwise others, the 8 precepts, you can observe on your own. Okay? Anything you want to ask? Otherwise you got already enlightened.
So, sir, Bhante Sudeva is going to come tomorrow 8 in the morning and give them 8 precepts.
No, I told them if he comes, it's okay. Otherwise, they can, the Buddhas, in front of the Buddha statue, they can determine. This is how my teacher told me those days when I wanted to get precepts from him. So if he comes, also it's okay. So he can come and be. My teacher told me, go and, if you observe any amount of precepts, go and make that mutual connection with the Buddha. Like that he told me, but of course. So I'm just trying. I hope you have the same experiences I had on those days. The 5-day thing, so it's very, very short. Give me 3 days, 4 days, okay? First day, now today will be the hardest, according to what I know. Tomorrow, it feels very hard. Has it been really hard? Okay. So tomorrow, day after, because of it. And I want you to start. Have you all got the books? And in English? Okay. All got in English or? Which language now you think? You see which one you don't see which one is easy for you to like use it for contemplation. So you have both books. I don't know if you have. Did they come for the retreat or?
They are here just for tonight, but they will come back.
I will come back on Tuesday.
Okay, right. And okay, you just will visit time to
My
time.
daughter, she cannot. She wants to go.
Okay.
Yeah, we were not planning. I didn't know about this until today.
Okay, right. Whenever you feel free, you like to. It's like I would call it a certain meditation, special thing happening. So I think even the atmosphere will be quite just to visit if you find time. It will be good to give the daughter that vibrations while she's here. You're welcome. So the books everybody got. What about, did we find the Chinese Mandarin?
I think we actually tried to translate it, use AI. They did actually translate it pretty good. So, Father Patrick, and we had actually before this retreat, we have a 3-day night.
Now I recognize you. So you're really done the right thing to come.
We actually go through it. Father Patrick and Elias, we actually translated it into Chinese. So we had 3 nights and we finished the.
You managed to translate everything into Chinese? Or
yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, because I have a gentleman who is following what, so he found, in the Agamas, right? You know, in Agamas, you have both Kandas and all that.
Yes.
And there are translations done by different Chinese, I don't know, scholars.
Right. Somehow this book, according to, we tried to actually find the old translations. Unfortunately, we couldn't find it. It has been translated long ago, maybe 7-8 years ago. Some Chinese version have been translated. We couldn't find it anymore.
Even this English one, we found it in one private home, you know.
Oh, I see.
And it's funny. It's a very, very funny. That family came out and gave the copy. Otherwise, we would also not get a Sinhalese one, which was the time published so many years back. It was published to so many languages actually, Chinese as well those days. So it's okay. We have other suttas. So in fact, this gentleman, he has found to use the English translation as well as the other translations you have in Chinese, Mandarin, I think. And then he found that some of them are not, like in Sinhalese also we have this problem, Sri Lanka language, that some translations are too, it's like too old Sinhalese, not the, it should be actually talking what we can understand, not true this thing, but it should be a literal translation. Some of them, out of respect or I don't know what, they have made it like a literature, and it's complicated, unnecessary. So it should be very clear. English translation is very clear, you know that. So if you find out where you're not clear in the Chinese, just go to the English one, okay? You can do that. But what about the other texts? That's only in English, right? You all have. I have some sutras be taken. Okay. This one in English, right? So what we can do is,
Mr. Seeger?
oh, I think you can talk to my that disciple he's in I think Sichuan, I think.
Sichuan?
Yeah. So if they have the number, I told them to get. So I think for that you have to try to use the phone, okay, downstairs or somewhere, and then talk to him. And if you can find whatever he says that is available here. Do you have any other books like Samyutta Nikaya, like Indus, or the Khandas, but body, feeling, perception, 5 Khandas? Have you got any material in Chinese?
Yes, we have actually a lot.
Okay.
We call it Gnanaloka Nikaya, Agama.
Agama, yeah. Right. So please get his advice or whatever, and then if you can get that, it's good because because for me, very important the text. Because this is the effect, it's direct from the Buddha. This is what we have. We know there's some that thing about it, not my teaching. So the closer we can get to, where Buddha's, that exact word, but when he was alive, recorded, the thing that will be very helpful. What can we find? We can find. In case you have to get it, tomorrow you can go and somebody can bring. How many of you are there who would need this? If it is, how many of you in Mandarin would prefer it that way? Maybe 2, 3? how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh my God, a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8, 9. So I think more than English is better for you, no? We'll have to try to do something, okay? And because we can do it, not going to be. So they used it, he used it, but some places he used the Bhikkhu Bodhi's translations for everything. And then the other times where he found like that, so he has an experience in this. So we can get to know from him. China, what is the time now? This time?
China time maybe 3 hours ahead of us. What time is now? 8:45. 8:45.
So tomorrow.
So but it's like morning 11:45.
But 11:45 in the morning.
In the morning. Right.
Sunday morning.
Okay. So maybe after this session, you can give maybe,
But there's no reception here. So yeah, it's,
yeah. Okay, they will do something, don't worry, okay? Yeah, but at least for this, we have to do something, because this is very important. There's a lot of work, so you try to get that. But he says that tomorrow you might have to go and quickly arrange that it will be better for the retreat. Is it okay? I think just some hours in the morning if you can spend for that, some photocopy even, I don't know if you can get. Whatever he says, I don't know. You see what goes. So this, because there was main section, Kanda, not everything. Kanda Salayatana, if you can get, that's enough. The 5 Kandas and the Salayatana, the 6 sense organs.
Yes.
These are the main Kamatahana that will come. Meditation object that will come. So my teacher is to tell, if you want to attain Margapala means Sotapanna or this states, then read the Kanda Salayatana Vagga. He should tell only for monks. Okay, when monks used to come to him, he's not a preacher like this, he's wandering monk and we just find him somewhere. That's how, so in the later period he was old and I was like quite thin. Then when they came, I used to notice how he's advised different people. So when monks come only, he would say to go through this. So now I'm presenting it to everybody. Okay, so sometimes monks also take class. Whoever wants to attain, this is my wish and goal, that whoever, give the possibility to everybody. We always, some of them, even in the old Sri Lanka, they say, before you die, attain Sotapanna. So this is where here you have full, this is the exact thing for this retreat is. So, and using the exact way, Pariyapti Pratipatti Prativeda. Pariyapti means study. In the Buddha's time, the old way. Study means not like this book study. It is taken as a signpost and use for your mindfulness and contemplation. That's how these suttas are there. But Buddha didn't reveal these things until the person was mature enough. When their faculties were ripe, only then when he told once, then they just became enlightened with that first discourse. Those are the recorded ones we are having. So we can't do that now, but at least we are now familiarizing with this thinking, and meanwhile, if our minds and our life become more purified and able, the chances are there, you might get this. But Buddha gives the guarantee, if you're really striving like that, the last moment, you will attain this. If something happens, next life, early part, this will happen. So he gives this guarantee. Okay? So I don't want to keep you all long because you all should take quick rest now. Alright? Because today is like the first day. I don't normally come for this day. Registration day, I don't come. I come tomorrow. Okay, normally it's like that. But anyway. So just try to sleep here properly. I don't think you have jet lag coming from it's only a little bit new place of sleeping. And maybe with few other people. So this is take it as an adventure, okay? And I'm sure tomorrow, if you can start, we will just start a little bit and give a little push. But tonight, if you can attend to this by the call or whatever, and then tomorrow see how we can arrange. The Khandava and Salayatan only, that can be found. That's enough. That will be really good.
Even actually, we do have actually study group. We've been studying for 5 decades. We can 5 senses, 6 senses. We have been studying for years, so we're familiar.
Yes, but the text, like you have only one. Have you already used the text?
Yeah, well, the text we use basically is Attanagalla. So it's
Agama from Agama.
Yeah, Agama. We also use the translation from one of the Singaporean Chinese, from Nikaya to Chinese. So we use both actually versions. So we sometimes, we use both, so we have better understanding.
Have you brought that? Have you brought?
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't bring it.
Okay, please.
Yeah, I think in the email saying that we not bring the phone, we're not using the phone. So basically, be silent. So we just actually bring this book, one book only.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
So if we need that actually in your language, what
We
you already
need it,
been
right?
doing. Yeah, we really need it. For you, you need it, in your own language. So only thing you can also talk to this gentleman, and you tell how you have been doing, and whatever he recommends also, because he has been doing the same way. Some Hong Kong group is one, right? But Hong Kong.
Oh, not me. Originally from Taiwan.
No, I mean the Hong Kong. There is also this Sutta study.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
There is actually Hong Kong, Singapore, Taiwan. There's also different groups.
Right.
Yeah.
Even Taiwan, they have
Yeah,
this,
originally from Taiwan.
no, even the Sutta study and all this is there.
No, we all here.
Okay.
So yeah, we actually mostly from China and Taiwan.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think now they also want everything in Sinhalese, some of them. So like that you need it also because you just have to freely, to take it as a meditation object. There should not be a barrier of the language. The language you normally think mostly, and like from the age of 14, 15, 16, the language you were trained. That's the one that normally sticks to you in the later period, the formatting. So just please give a call, and
Sure.
Then if you need that, I remember they bought. If you can't get it printed, okay, can't get it printed, that will be the best. It is time consuming and it's a little troublesome. Then you will have to use this thing only for that. Okay, to use that on the phone. All right, I really prefer if you can get it printed. That only the Kanda part and the Salayatan. Okay. Even if you don't get Salayatan, it doesn't matter. The Kanda is important.
So Kanda Samyutta Nikaya, that part.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Salayatan, if you can get also, it is complete. But this, if you really can get, is really Kanda. After we are finished, I think the organizers, they will help you to communicate. So, just start a little bit. Tonight, if you want to sleep immediately or whatever, a little bit relax, it's okay. Little chant if you like, some chanting you like already before you sleep. Tomorrow, but keep this in mind, try to observe silence, feel like you're alone. Imagine Bante, how he stayed when he was 23 years old, with his teacher, just nobody, So the same thing, I would like you to, it will have results then. You're only coming to enjoy the visions of Dhamma. So there are so for that, be with the Buddha. Time to time you can go refuge to the Buddha. Is one practice also. So that, his mystical force is still alive. Don't think, in his name, when you are doing these things, Even the rules, I remember recently I was trying to establish the monks, my brother monks, well, not my brothers actually, now they are my disciples. So there are rules, part of the rules which Buddha has told. When I had to make some special effort because this all new I had to do. When I was doing those things or making, contacts and making arrangements, I was feeling the presence of a physical Buddha. I'm not a person who normally, think like that. Because when you're following what he says, when you're trying to implement that, he's alive. In that form also. But I don't say that is his real form. When you're trying to implement even the rules and, he has told this and you're trying to practice what he says, his life begin to come into you. This one, several times I've experienced in this way. And this was one of the recently. When I was arranging the, we have like the full moon, we had to recite the rules and all that he has laid. So I had to make arrangements with senior monks and so on. When I was doing these things, because they are lost now slowly. This is like, slowly many places it's not being done because I see that way to Nibbana is not like it's dead now. It's like, no one is really now doing it daily and really pursuing that path. I mean, there are people, but we don't see it in general. It's just normally a kind of ritual and kind of this thing of the whole life directed towards that. And what all the instructions Buddha has been telling, it's not implemented and used. So you don't see it any like. Even if it's done like a very big burden. Because it's just stopping from one level of practice and sometimes maybe looking after a monastery or something like that and some other worldly responsibilities. So the actual possibility that can be experienced within you, this is something I think is now, I hope it will become awakened to whoever has the potential. So it starts like this. It's not by ordination. Even now you're already day one, you're starting on the path. So taking the Buddha as your main teacher. So what you have to do, just take the English one for now, okay, everybody. If you have the Sinhalese Balanona, you can follow me. Today is a rest day, but we just start that I think. Okay. The page. Page 5. English page 5, the Sinhalese. Page 6, Sinhalese now. Okay. Page 6, page 5. Thus has it been said by, now when you read these things, already I have told him even in the programs, how to relax your body and look at yourself from outside. Don't be stressed, you first must learn to sit relaxing. So think you came for a holiday here. Okay, it's not any, you can even lie down, in your room. I don't know if you have a mat or something. If you don't feel comfortable, just make your body relax. But making sure in this kind of retreat, two things might increase more than other times. You're feeling drowsiness, sleepiness. Another one is liking for food, because these are the only two doors that are open for you. Okay, and daydreaming. It's called papancha. When you're in solitude, these three can, so you have to be aware. Suddenly, so then do some chanting, go refuge to the Buddha. And then start reading. So these things will increase in solitude for sure. So drowsiness might come unnecessarily. You wonder, I'm feeling sleepy so much. Okay, so sometimes you have to be strict. Sometimes you know that how many hours. But if you have if you have already broken rest and all that, sleep properly. Okay, but you have given reasonable sleep and everything. You become fresh physically. After that, don't sleep. Okay. Now tomorrow we have like 3:30. Sometimes I don't know myself also. I might also come. We have a recording going. So 3:30 to, if you have not had proper rest, make sure you have this rest tonight. And if maximum tomorrow also, in case if you are not that, because you have to be physically fresh, not straining your body. Okay, Kaya Viveka, Chitta Viveka. So basic things you have to do for you to get more really focused and make that natural realization or awakening to happen. All right. So page number 5. Tell you honestly, when I had my first retreat, around 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, I used to feel very sleepy. We had no lights and anything. Okay. But the morning I was very fresh. So I was 21 years old, 23 years old. Yeah. But there was quality meditation throughout the daytime. Later in my life only, I was sometimes many nights no sleeping, like that practice. But as a monk especially. But those days it started like that. So, but anyway, a very important initial day, you can give that rest. Okay, my 5th page. Thus has it been said by the Buddha, the enlightened one, it is through not understanding, not realizing 4 things that I, disciple, as well as you, had to wander so long through this round of rebirths. And what are these 4 things? They are the noble truth of suffering, noble truth of the origin of suffering, the noble truth of the extinction of suffering, the noble truth of the path that leads to the extinction of suffering. As long as the absolutely true knowledge and insight as regards these 4 noble truths was not quite clear in me, so long was I not sure that I had won that supreme enlightenment, which is unsurpassed in all the world, with its heavenly beings, evil spirits, and gods among all the hosts of ascetics, priests, heavenly beings, and men. But as soon as the absolute true knowledge and insight as regards these 4 noble truths had become perfectly clear in me, there arose in me the assurance that I had won that supreme, unsurpassed enlightenment. And I discovered that profound truth, so difficult to perceive, difficult to understand, tranquilizing and sublime, which is not to be gained by mere reason, and is visible only to the wise. The world, however, is given to pleasure, delighted with pleasure, enchanted with pleasure. Truly such beings will hardly understand the law of conditionality. The world, however, is given to pleasure. Now, this is a very important point. The Buddha is telling, the world is full of sensuality. They will not understand this profound truth. So that's why we are telling to give the phone, leave all these things, even before the retreat, to prepare yourself, giving up sex for some time, even these are also habits, also like eating habits, to control the usage of phone. Because what we are trying to do is make sure that you create your body and mind prepared or preparation to realize this. This is my purpose. I am not teaching to tell you. It's how to prepare yourself and to make sure that you're really on the path to make it a personal experience, and that you will have fearlessness to death and next life, and these doctrines will be very clear to you. No one has to tell you, prove to you. It has become personal experience for you. And it keeps you inspired. You will not search for any teachers or anybody. You know where the source is. Of course, I respect my teacher who guided me to this. But I see him as a small drop in the ocean. This is like the ocean. But he's the one who showed me the ocean. So this is... and the world, however, is given to pleasure, delighted with pleasure, enchanted with pleasure. Truly such beings will hardly understand the law of conditionality, the dependent origination of everything. Incomprehensible to them will also be the end of all formations, the forsaking of every substratum of rebirth, and the fading away of craving, detachment, extinction, nibbana. And there are beings whose eyes are only... There are beings whose eyes are only little covered with dust. They will understand the truth. I will explain other things also about, I think the programs also I explain about consciousness and all that, how the thing, but tomorrow I don't want to go through much today. And only page number 10, we just go to that also. Now when you read this kind of material, like page number 10, this is meditation object, okay? Then you must learn to really try to use that to develop your contemplation and focus. So you relax and then use it. We will do it. Wait. Page number in Sinhala is 1, 11, 12. Ekosipituwe, Pathvi Dhatu Kavareka Annetika. Okay, now in the 10th page you have, what now is the solid element? Okay. Apo that Hayya Gatira Thiyanade, what now is the solid element? The solid element may be one's own or it may be external. Really you have to relax, you have to relax, keep a bright mind. And if you are relaxed and bright, the first day it will not be that bright, but I'm just telling you, you will be noticing your breathing because you're relaxed with the body. What now is the solid element? Very subtle, you'll be activating that subtle thinking in you, which is connected with your wisdom mind, the frontal cortex. Okay, that's why you should feel relaxed and get your focus to that in a very subtle way. If you are struggling in training, okay, now maybe you have other things, more drowsiness and all that. What now is the solid element? The solid element may be one's own or it may be external. And what is one's own solid element? Whatever in one's own person or body, there exists of karmically acquired hardness. When it is told like that, you must focus your imagination to your own body. Okay? It's not just you read there and just stop. It helps you to visualize. You just know under the skin you have some body parts like that. A person or body, there exists of karmically acquired hardness, firmness, such as the hairs of the head. So then you must picture yourself, having the hair in black color, hairs of the body, all other arms or whatever area, nails, teeth, skin, flesh, sinews, bones in a white color, marrow, kidneys, heart, liver, diaphragm, spleen, lungs, stomach, bowels, mesentery, excrement, and so on. This is called one's own solid element. Now, whether it be one's own solid element or whether it be the external solid element, they are both merely the solid element. This is not like something this is it, I know it. This is something you have to read and now you have to do it several times with you. Like there's hard nature in the here and hard nature here. Hard nature outside in the table, in the floor. You must begin to, that's where you begin to not see from your eyes or ears or nose or tongue, feel, but you begin to think. Alright? And with the idea of letting go. So when you're doing that, you find you get a little more relaxed more. So first you must relax. When you do this, you get more relaxed. Alright, if you're properly correct way doing it. So it's helping you to let go more. And with that letting go, you also get the idea, it's not you there. There's not because it's like components, you're taking it apart and you begin to see you disappearing. And here, now whether it be one's own solid element or whether it be the external solid element, they are both merely the solid element. And one should understand according to reality and true wisdom, this does not belong to me. This am I not. This is not myself. So read this as if you have never known Buddhism or read or these things, so that even about no self. When you are trying to now really make it your exercise, you should notice it now, a little bit. Okay? So, but we'll have to read this fast in this retreat. A little bit you can do, tomorrow the whole day is there. You might have to finish this book. All right. Tomorrow and day after maximum. All right. If you find that you can't do like that, contemplate the past, then you have to read fast. Okay. So this ritual will be the first time. So there's a reason for that. In case you don't get that, I will teach you also the walking meditation and so on, which is related to how to apply those things. All I will teach, but you might not be able to practice more of that because I'm making sure you are going to get something for sure by reading faster and completing certain sections at the end of the retreat. Some have told me also, why not Bhante just give the technique only of contemplating. But I have given it a little bit. The second time they can do, I don't feel confident to do that. Okay. So anyway, tomorrow you can, and day after also you have. Don't go for day after. Try to complete this. And there's another section you must start tomorrow, even if I come or... Now remember, I'm not going to be with you. I mean, they also not put many programs while the retreat is going. I don't need a retreat. Not like this, I need a more, if I'm going to stay, I need a more longer one. So you have to get the feeling of being alone. Alright? And you have to go with yourself and with this reading and applying the reading. That is the one you must master, and you have to be there. And that is what something should happen from that. So you are like, you should not remember what I have spoken like in this speech. What you have read should come to your memory. Okay, slowly that connection should come. And 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, anyway, I will tell you what to read after tomorrow. But there's one more thing you must read with this tomorrow itself. Attanagalla Samyutta, the first page, you have in English and Sinhalese both. Tomorrow I'll give a full explanation of this also more. Actually, day after tomorrow also is there for you. Okay, I think. Page number 5. English one, the page number 5. The first one. Sinhalese පළවෙනි එක තියෙනවද? පළවෙනි. Attanagalla Samyutta. ඒක ඔක්කොම කියවන්න ඕනේ. මේක. අතනටින් ඉදිමත නැත්තම් බලන්න පුළුවන්. If you're not sleepy, you can read that tonight. Otherwise, tomorrow, no problem. Tonight, you can do whatever you like. All right. And Word of the Buddha also tomorrow or tonight, little bit you like to read. But if you really feel sleepy, really sleep well properly. Okay. Otherwise, if you know reasonable sleep has been given, then after that you can't be sleeping. Then you have to make a fight. But now, if your body really needs, give it the food and sleep, whatever. Okay, eat properly. So when you're eating also, that's a very sacred. How do you have it like in a? How is the eating done in a dormitory or whatever?
There's a dining hall, and then they give us like the way of Zen way of like they have 3 balls.
Okay.
And then they give us like grains, rice, and then salads. So, and then we sit in the hall and eat. Yeah.
Okay. It's like a buffet. You serve yourself, or somebody comes.
But it's a book.
Okay. So you have to see how it is, and then when you're eating, try to do this practice, okay? Until you bring the food near to your mouth, don't open your mouth. All right. So that mindfulness, try to train that. Like you have the food and don't wait for it. All right. So until it comes, then open. Just make that control there. And also there's something. Now, as I told you, like if you put it out, like vomit, how it is, try to, visualize these things while you're taking the food. This will help a lot to break away and see the illusion of our senses. And when you're munching and all that, what is inside, what is happening while you're eating, if you can do that, it's good. Eat slowly, properly munch and really feel, but apply whatever you have read about, like if you allow the feeling, how the craving will increase, and it will actually, this will increase all other aspects, because this is animal reptilian brain. So when you do that, your level of anger also will increase when you increase the desire. Sleepiness also will increase. Like that, they will all be increasing because of if you allow it. So don't too much be this thing. Whenever you feel with faith that the ancient masters, they practice this, so I'm also now following their practice towards enlightenment. Like that, feel that. It's actually like that. So you are in, I felt like that in the monastery with my teacher. I had to eat with the monks. It was very helpful, because rather than you get that energy. So do that, you can try it out. Okay? And when you're going about here and there, there's another practice very important you must try now. One is, don't look at the details. Don't try to recognize people around you. You have to try this, okay? And it will give you results. And of course, don't talk with anyone, and don't try to recognize people also. Try to be like alone. That will give you more benefit. All right? And the other one is, even the scenery slowly later, which I did, knowing that it's sensual still, I decided not to look when I was a young yogi. All right? And then only enjoyment I thought I will have is through metta bhavana. Those days. So we had no lights, it was lamp, just a kerosene lamp, and I didn't like that ascetic. I was with white cloth with my teacher. And I started with bare feet and all that. My legs were all still sensitive. So wounds and all that, I think, I must get used to this. Like now he's trying. So anyway, this at least you try this thing, because then you get samadhi also easily. More you are not using the senses, you will come to samadhi easily. So if you want to get results very fast, you have to try it. Don't worry if you can't do it, they are not very important. Don't think it like... and then when you're walking out, try to pay attention to what you immediately see. Your mind might run, I might go to the Danish, the dining hall, or to the kuti, but think it's there. I should not think about it. Let me just see the flow and like that. That's immediately what you're seeing. So your mind is brought to the present moment. Okay, to run again, then bring it again, just to look at things, what is immediately there. And then maybe you can pay attention to your body, how it's walking, and towards. Then other things slowly you can even observe more the impurities of the body and the consciousness arising. That's only making all these colors and pictures and all that. So this later we see how we can do that. Okay, but at least try to train this practice of bringing the mind to the present moment. Now there are people who are doing, going to the tram car in Italy. Some Sri Lankan practitioners, those days I hear. So they don't get stressed, just to feel the heel touching and all that. So while they're doing all this work, they have tried this. So they get that peace of mind. So now here is a very special training ground you're in. So you can especially try to train those things. Those are called Charya Dhamma, the lifestyle. So you learn that you have to know when you're going, you try to avoid people. That's one practice. And not to recognize people and places just for what you need to move. So this will be sense control practice, which will help you a lot if you now even for your this day and in the future when you go out. The other one is paying attention to what you immediately when you're walking out, stepping out, and then just paying attention to that and having an idea, I'm going there. Then I'm going for a walk in meditation, a little bit away from there, looking for the place, like that. But reminding yourself not to have a thought of something, thinking and then walking. So this you have to remind again and again to do it, otherwise your normal thinking will go. So you can try. If you feel tired, don't worry, leave it. But when you feel okay, remember Bhante said this, let me try again. From day one. So read this first part without discoverable beginnings, page 5 and 12. tomorrow morning you can read, or you can read also tonight if you feel not tired, little bit, Word of the Buddha, and this tomorrow you can. Alright. Today registration day and not a day for me to give you but better to have a like a fast start, right? It's not going to be today your body's not get used to, and sleep a bit and eat it. Any questions finally? I hope we see what the books for you all, what you can get. Okay. But the one now, even in English, can you little bit understand, or how is it? You can, no? But we'll see. What you have already done, I think you have already been doing this something, so maybe it's already correct, or what I think. So please only give a call after we reach. I think Madam will help you do that. And if you have to use the phone for that, the printing or something is difficult, then use it only for that strictly. I don't like it too much, but if you can get it in printed form, it will be really good. Some copies, 6 copies of Kanda. And Salayatana, if you guess, is really good. But Kanda at least, it will be really, because that's the name your brain has to get used to contemplating. So take rest, alright? It's already 9:20. You have torches, or what? Do you have a torch too?
They all have flashlights.
Flashlights, everybody. And I told you, I think I told them, if there's anything in the night, or is there a way to contact any of the organizers? If they need to, even in the night or anytime. So if you have any, you find you can't handle any, you feel disturbed or whatever, please make sure that you can inform them, and I'm always available. Okay, anytime. Don't feel shy. But if you really, if you can manage, it's okay. All right. So that's okay. And if you have any health issue or whatever, of course, you're not really in a deep jungle or something, close to the city, you lose everything, any fear or any anxiety about all these things. Kanda Pirita also you can chant a little bit. Do you know the Kanda Pirita? Okay, one time also, do you know? Have you chanted? Or Karnimetta Sutta, Karnimetta Sutta. Okay, in the night you can little bit chant before you sleep. And Ratana Sutta. On your own you can chant a little bit tonight. And feel the Buddha's holy feet is beside you every time. Just think you have come to his, he's not alive, but his teaching, his thing is, his blessings, his protection is surrounding. So just remind about him as a person in your room, when you're alone. Okay? That will also help you. Alright. Any question finally? No? Can I go and sleep? I think you are very tired now. So just come out of take rest. Anything? No? I'm very happy to see him. I saw him already in that program. I noted him as someone very serious on this long period. And nothing. Nothing. ඒක අමාරු දින්න තැනක් ටොයිලට් එක පොඩ්ඩක් එළියට යන්න ඕනේ කොහොමද එහෙමද? හැබැයි වෙස්ටර්න්ද කොහොමද මන්ද? කොහොමද? ටෝච් එකක් තියෙනනේ කාට හරි කියලා එකට යන්න වෙයි. මට යන්නත් ලෑට එහෙම. මේක ඉතින් මම දැන් මොකද මේක නෙමෙයි කියන්නේ කොච්චර කියන්නේ ඉතින් අර අපි අර තපස්ව ඉන්නවා වගේ ඒක හොඳ අවස්ථාවක් මෙහෙම ඉන්න වුණා කියන්නේ මොනවාරි සංසාරයේ මොකක් හරි ඇතිනේ නේද? ඒක තමයි ලොකු feedback දෙන්නේ මාරේ. දවස් දෙක යනකොට මොනම තමයි එකපාරටම අපේ හදන්නේ බලාපොරොත්තු තියෙන එකක් තියෙනවනේ. ඒකයි අපිට පස්සේ මෙහෙමයි මේ වගේ දේවල් ඇක්චුලි මේ එකක් හරිනම් තව එකක් හරිනේ. ඒ වගේ. බාහිර ලෝකේ ඒ වගේම තමයි. එකක් හරිනම් තව එකක් හරිනේ. මොනවත් මෙතන මම පුදුම විදිහට මම දන්නේ හරියම මේ ස්ථානෙත් හරියම 아무තු ලස්සනම හොඳම තැනක් නේ. ගන්න බැහැ. ඒ කියන්නේ කැලේ මේ ভাইබ්‍රේෂන් කිසිම අවහිරයක් නැහැ මනසට. හරිම ආතන් වහන්සේලා බිහි වෙන තැන් වගේම තමයි. මේක අපහසු. දවසක් කරනකොට මේක හත් එක දින්නේ මෙන්නේ. කොහොමද? එනයි ඉතින් පස්සේ මහත්තයත් එක්ක නෑනේ ගෑනු වෙනම
මේ අක්කා ඉන්නේ තව මේ වෙන මේ අපේ ජාතියේ වෙන ජාතියක්.
ඔය වෙන්නේ දැන් මේක නයිස්කරණය කරා වගේ. මහානාව මේවා කෙරේ නැත්තොත් ඉතින් අපිට මොකද වෙන්නේ? මේ බැඳීම් මේ හැම දෙයක්ම මේ සංඥා මැරෙනකොට එවි. එතකොට අපි නාකිනකොට එනවා මැරෙනකොට එනවා. එතකොට අපිට සෑහෙන අසරණයි. ඊට කලින් අපේ කර්මය සුද්ධ කරන වැඩ පිළිවෙලක් තමයි මේ තපසක් ඇත්ත කියනවා. ඉතින් මේක අපිට මේක මම හිතනවා මේක ඇත්තටම ලොකු මේ අවස්ථාවක් අපේ ආත්මෙට මේ භවයට ඊළඟ මරණ අවස්ථාව ඊළඟ මේ ක්ලියර් කරනවානේ. ඒකයි මම දන්න කට්ටියත් එකක් ඉන්න එපා පුළුවන් තරම්. ඒ තනියම තමන්ගේ ජීවිතේ මේ මොකද්ද කියන රහස දැනගන්න අවස්ථාවක්. මේක දැනගත්තොත් යථාර්ථය දැනගත්තොත් ඒක අපිට පොඩ්ඩක් හරි දැනගත්ත අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම මේ කරන වැඩවලින් මොන හරි වෙන්න ඉතින්. එතකොට ඒක නිදුකානන් වහන්සේගේ සෙවන්නේ ශාන්තිනායකයන් වහන්සේ. So I think you should අද විතර පොඩ යනකොට ගන්න දාලා අපෝ මේක පාරම මොටම මේ වඩා පින්දෙනවා මම මේ මෑණිවරු සෑහෙන වහන්සේලා සද්ධායෙන් භක්ති ඒක පාරමිතාවක් වෙනවා අනිවාර්යයෙන් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ශ්‍රද්ධාව නැත්තම් ඊපස්සේ සුපටාශක් දෙවියෝ බ්‍රහ්මවරු ඉන්න මණ්ඩලවත් ඒ කට්ටිය කොහොමද කියලා ධර්මදානි. So now you should take rest, all right, and try to give that call, all right, and then log in on the contact page. Already passionate people so they can if anyone has a problem, I told this gentleman also there, you see the place where you have to, it will not happen, you can just relax, but psychologically you will feel, not that you're alone now. I have to say, my teacher told me, this is now, we have to be alone. Like that's how he last sent me. And it's very important, But I don't want to give you, I'm telling you I'm there anytime if you want this thing, because this already we have come to do this is a great thing. Right. So all my best wishes for you. Send metta, even these few hours we have spent here. This I think is the best, coming away from your normal connected places. It's like a small ordination. You have renounced, you have like come as like a monk. Okay, let go everything. And what you are now going to practice is going to the realm of monks in their wisdom mind. Okay? This is what monks only not the robe or some kind of external form. They have a kind of a special contemplation, and where they are reaching a certain sphere of wisdom. So this is the real purpose. That's why all these practices are there for you to also experience that through Bojjhanga. Have you heard Bojjhanga? Enlightened factors. So there is a faculty now which is normally not awakened. Now is a time that it might be, this thing will make you conscious of that particular. It's part of your wisdom faculty. So that's why Buddha is unique. The name Buddha also is given. It's not for his compassion. Of course, he's the most compassion in the whole world, but it's for his wisdom. So all blessings to all of you. All the merits you have come, even these few hours. Think of your parents, relations, your ancestors. Some of your ancestors might be already here. Okay. If they are not supporting you, will not be here. Okay. They have taken you to a bar or somewhere if you have other type of ancestors. But here you have certain ones who help you to liberate yourself. And they are definitely here to accumulate more merit. And because it's a time of your highest merit acquiring time in your life. Not merit, actually kusala. It's more higher than any kind of merit. So may you all get our protection and have a peaceful night tonight. May Devatas give all protection. And the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, their blessings come to your lives too. And their Buddha's infinite blessings through his sasana, dispensation. May his words become in the forefront as instruction and how to be used as a Kammatthana meditation, which was the original purpose. And this way, you have the fortune to really go back to the Buddha's time and get that same blessing of touching, that was the purpose, to touch Nibbana, to attain Sotapanna. At least we don't have to name any of these things, but the insights that might come will definitely lead you to that. So may the Devatas give all protection, and the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, their blessings be upon every one of you to have a peaceful and a blissful time while you are here. Vatu Sabba Mangalam, Kata Sabba Devata, Sabba Buddhan Bhavena, Dhamman Bhavena, Sangham Bhavena, Sada Sukti Bhavantade, Subhadeva, Dagim Nivansa. All merits to your parents, relations, and there are no beings who has not been your relation. Therefore, all from the lowest to the highest worlds, may they get a share of all this good karma. May they also get inspiration to go on this path without any delay. And may you be protected on the path. And of course, always the organizers, may they get, all strength and protection. Not only here in Sri Lanka as well, who are supporting behind, but they, it's just coming and doing this. But for all this to happen, there are beings, humans, great humans, as well as devas, brahmas, who want this to happen for the human world. And may all of them get special blessings, support, and may their lives do very quickly come to that final truth from all those merits. Highest peace, Nibbana. So Bhaktipa, Bhagin Minitpa, Nivansa, Sukhi Gnanaloka Thero. With that, if you can't get up tomorrow morning, just sleep, okay? Don't worry, alright? Don't worry, and you can come anytime just for the breakfast. Just make yourself comfortable with the place. Malaysia. So, one from Malaysia too, no? I'll be doing a retreat in Malaysia after the bus. Yes, which was postponed because I was not well. And so, but then there, just take a candle. get all the strength, not only your good come. Human beings get strength. Peace and happiness to all of you and all who are not here. Human beings, entities, all living beings get strength, way out of suffering, life, peace, nirvana. So, today's the real day that I would sort of give you the main instructions. Is everybody here?
They are in their kutis.
Okay.
May I call them?
Yeah, please call. And you can go for lunch and then you can come back out here. Yeah, start. So I'm back in my seat again after the virus. We wanted to ask very quickly in the morning regarding the translation, Chinese translation. What happened?
This Monday, we are able to talk to the
Mr. Singh?
brother in China. And he already forwarded us the sutra, the Kanda, also the translation of the word of Buddha. So we have both. In fact, we do also have the same sutra translation, but just not here. So we forward the PDF files to another sister who's coming this afternoon. So we'll pray there. Thank you, Baldy.
Happy, that's very important. I hope there's one who was not well. I think she's still resting. Oh no, she's here. Yes. You okay?
Yeah, getting better a lot.
Okay. And right. So I'm sure you had good sleep. And did you have no? Some was snoring or what? Or shouting. Okay, tomorrow night. You must have good sleep. That's very important. Otherwise, you have no time for that now. You'll be hearing me for some time now because today I had to give you some main this thing. Actually, this much with my teacher, what happened? He used to tell me to read this sutta, and I used to meet him every 2 days, every other day, not every other day. Yeah, every other day. So you just must go and read it, but I'm trying to give you some explanations how to think of the Dhamma also. I've already done it in the programs, because even the programs are really preparing you for the retreat. Because now my purpose is to prepare everybody for enlightenment. That's all. If anyone is into that, okay. If there's not, I can't help it. Alright, my blessings, all this is there. Maybe they're sick or some problems, that is there, but that's not the main thing. It's the main thing. Because it's possible today. Those other things might be there even when there are so many bodhisattvas, powerful beings, yogis. But this is not there only when the Buddha rises. So we should not, in the name of Buddha, you must give his blessings, main blessings, of liberating yourself, having fearlessness, moment of death, and to have that great wisdom, of what is final truth about our experiences. So this we must do. Well, who came with me walking, I don't know, they didn't come inside. Or you, and who else? You and all right. So are you like a group, or are you in the same sort of...
Yes, we're together, study group.
No, not the study, I mean here, in the cottages or kutis.
Yeah, same room.
Same room?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Oh.
Yeah, okay, and the other lady?
Me?
No, this, your friend. She's in another... Same room? Okay. You must now try to separate, like friends to be, to get strength. You just think like this. You come alone to the jungle to meet Baldy. Alright? This is how you have to get the results. Unfortunately, we can't have so many single rooms to have that solitude. Get that feeling. I'm giving you a very powerful, very strong this thing. Don't miss on it. It's not some retreat. It's retreat for monks, arahants, I would say. The monks who live like that, and you will never met them. They were not in the public. And it's my karma to share it with you. So I hope you'll have come all this way. We made all these obstacles and come. And I know you have a lot of faith. I feel so connected to you all too. And I wish your well-being. And it's not that I don't want you to have friendships. I want you to be safe in samsara. And now, remove all be alone. You can do that. And I think the facilities are all okay, super okay. I think it's very comfortable, too comfortable. And the jungle atmosphere, just imagine. Just like I was in Kavlitha. Not Kavlitha, Kavlitha also. Kavlitha, when I came, I had to suddenly go out of. Kavlitha is the last jungle area I stayed, very deep place. The last means now, it happened like 1.5 years, 2 years, 1.5 years, I think, the last my stay. And there, one time I had to leave my stuff and go quickly to the city, to Colombo. Then I came back. When we came back, normally 2-3 gentlemen come to help me, and the army, some personnel. We have mud walls, okay, and underneath the bamboo is like it's all you get the air because there have been floods there's a river nearby. It suddenly rise up and it just flooded, and then it has all melted the lower part of the mud. So it's like nice air condition coming from there. Very hot in that area. And then you have the mud wall. Mud wall is not very high, it's about this size, in 2-3 sides. So, like small, there's like three small separated compartments. And this was actually half made by the forest department and abandoned. They didn't, so it was used by me. It was very useful for me. And just corrugated iron, corrugated iron, right? It's corrugated iron. So when it rains, it makes a noise, but it serves the purpose. So when we came back, the wall was broken, like a giant. Somebody has just pushed it, and there was, I had the bag and these medicines. So I yesterday made sure that medicines were put inside. Even in the smell of any kind of food, they get attracted. So this wall was completely this thing. How strong you can imagine? They're very strong. I think they can even push this wall to fall, if they want to. So it was broken like that. And then if you saw that, you would not stay there. You don't want to, even my brothers whoever came to drop me. But of course, I know that fear kills you. Your own fear kills you. In the jungle, they are 1,000 times frightened, the animals. So actually, they react to vibration very much. So they are not. If they cannot run away, only they would really attack. It can happen. So we should not expose ourselves unnecessarily. We should also try to avoid that danger or something. But some things I see now, LTT area I just went, I think it was not Buddha's advice many years back. But I did ask our last commander in Sri Lanka side, the Sri Lankan government side, whether there's a conflict situation immediately right now. Because according to our rules, Buddha has told where there is firing or that kind of fighting going on, we should not go there. We should not go into that. So I want to get that assurance I'm following the Buddha. And he said, no, Bante, that is not there, but we don't want you to go. We want to at least put you in a Red Cross vehicle or something like that. I said, no, this is how I walk only. And I never forget that commander. He came running, and he couldn't tell me. In Sri Lanka, they respect monks so much. And what happened, he came early. He realized that I'm going to go walking. So he came from another point in the morning. He just rushed and he started scolding all his colleagues, shouting, hey, like this, do this, like that. He showed very rough attitude to them. And then he comes to me and said, Bante, please, can you get into a vehicle? So I was wondering, they're so, in Sri Lanka, the people are so, respectful to the monks. I can never imagine, but I said, my teacher also went walking. So I also want to, if there's no conflict situation, I will go like that. So in the fall, I realized that, fear, of course we should not go. If there's such a situation, we should not go. And he also doesn't matter. I don't know, we have to find a way early morning. I don't want you to miss that early morning experience, because that is also will help you all your life as a yogi, as a layperson, as a human being. It might break blockages you might have. It taps divine energy very fast. That air and so on, the Brahma Mukta time. So I don't know whether we can use vehicles to transport them or something like that. I don't know. You can try something, or we can get into where are the kutis? Are they?
So the most of them live around this area where the meditation hall is,
Okay.
and some of them, myself and some few of us, about 5 of us, live right close to the where the bear was.
Okay, that's the Dhanashala side. Okay.
Correct.
Okay, that is not very far, because it will be attracted to food. Definitely, it will try to come for the food again. This is a very important thing. I don't know if you are living in the jungle, you never make friends by food. If you are a yogi, you don't want to make friends with anyone, with human beings. You don't make friends with, not out of lack of compassion, out of wisdom, and you want to have unconditional compassion. And your vibrations, not by petting somebody and like that is all sensual. You must send vibrations and raise their consciousness. It happens. The beings, have you heard about Temi Jataka? The Temi Kumar? Buddha's one Bodhisattva, Buddha's one birth story. In that birth story, birth stories where he perfected to many lives when he practiced, that they are called the Buddha birth stories. So where he perfected good qualities to become the Buddha. So in that one of those stories, very interesting, he was a prince. And he recalled, he was born to that king's family in a previous life. He was in the Devaloka, the divine world. Before the divine world, he was in the hell worlds. Before the hell worlds, he was a king. And the deeds he did as a king, making judgment to people who have done wrong, this punishment, that punishment, he has to go to hell. He saw that. So after that, he anyway had some good karma. After a long period, he came to the Devaloka, the divine world. And then he was born in a human world. So when in this, again he was a kingly family. So as a prince. So he realized he was going to be the king next. And then he realized, no, this happened to me. So he had that divine vision. And then he realized to be like a vegetable. I think you would have heard this, right? No. Okay. So later on, if I make it short, he was banished. At the age of 14, 15, the king tried to tempt him in so many ways, but he just remained, he recalled and just remained like a vegetable. And then at the age of 15, 16, he was sent to the forest. Actually, he was to be killed. And the queen was really, because the whole country was really complaining. And they were telling it's a curse to the kingdom. And then when he was there only he decided to give away that sort of pretending to be like a vegetable. And then it says that Sakka and king of Devas also helped him when he first tried to move his legs. You can imagine the Bodhisattva, even before Buddhahood, how he would have trained and trained. There are times he went wrong also, quite a lot, meeting bad friends, and but even those days he was a great yogi. So anyway, after that, they went and gave the message that he's like this, he's okay. And the king and queen, everybody came. They saw him. And there's a nice story when they saw him in the forest first, that he was shining and very bright. And then they asked, how are you shining and bright in this rough environment? Then there's a nice, special one in the Sakman also we tell, Atitam Pahinanta. We don't think of the past, and we don't wonder or anticipate the future. And we just remain in the present moment, watching what is going on with wisdom. That's why we are bright. I told you my makeup. So this is also, I'm telling you, it's in different ways. When you start to meditate and go in that direction, or you lose all stress. And actually, I was very busy, and also with this sickness. Tell you honestly, I think last some days, 5-6 days, when I came and rested, because I can't rest myself. If I'm in Sri Lanka like that, I'll be anyway going. But here I was like a little bit forced to, and I was also not sure whether something will happen again, and so I accepted that rest. It really had a good effect. It brought that natural, physical, because I was in the moment but very busy. It's not very good long time, it has some effect. So, so this is very important. I think, I hope we can try to early morning, we can arrange some kind of, if you're like here, you're all going to get to, can you walk like it's a very short distance? Or?
For most of them, it's short distance, but for us, a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's
walk.
okay.
But a week and a half ago, we were here. I was by myself, coming in and out of 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. There was no danger at all.
No, but you should not. There might not be danger. You may have been lucky, but not that others are. I'm sure they don't have this thing, but better to be precautious. Because until day breaks, or the dawn comes, these beings will be, the night is their time. Now if they come, they know they are doing a mistake. They also know that, oh, this is not our tribe. And actually, I will tell you, like, these bears are, I think, they are used to human beings. Two different types of, like, who are in the real deep jungle. They are super frightened and super dangerous in case because they are not very familiar with human beings. But here the camping sites and they are quite familiar. But that doesn't mean we should expose ourselves. And even if you try to avoid and that happens, they are suddenly in your room, that you can't help it. I'm joking. They won't come like that unless you have a very special connection from previous lives. They have been your father. When you accept them, at least give some blessings in this birth. Okay, I'm joking. Okay, all this. So, I was staying in an area where there is like no human beings were staying too much, like Bambalapitiye. There is the whole cave complex. So leopards and bears, that's their place. So late night, at about 11 o'clock, and it's open cave all. Other caves also there, and they would try to come in. They smell, and I have told this in the program sometimes. They go, it's a very not like this, not like Alsatian. It's something when they're breathing. I think you would have camped, you'd have had very close encounters all many times. So you could hear, but when you tell, we tell. I think yesterday I reminded you all, one Gatha. What was it? Kandapirita? Yeah, this is good for snakes, animals, anything, spirits. Normally it's a protective mantra used by yogis in the jungle. And Itipito Gatha, if you forget everything, Itipiso Gatha, Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Itipiso Bhagava Araham Samma. This is the best mantra for anything. Our parents taught us when we couldn't fall asleep when we were small kids. So you can try all that. Don't worry too much. Don't be paranoid, okay? It's not more dangerous to be at LA with all the traffic. So I hope we can arrange something really properly. Where you are not coming anywhere alone. That you are picked up somewhere. Then I hope it's not going to be too difficult.
Currently, they are traveling in tubes.
Two, okay.
Yeah,
daytime also.
No, at night time, we've asked everybody to travel in pairs.
Okay, but make sure no night traveling. We'll finish everything. We'll finish everything when